the mat. And we're gonna start in an embryo's pose. So an embryo's pose is a child's pose with the thighs together, hips back on the heels, forehead to the mat, and arms back alongside the body. Okay, if your forehead doesn't comfortably come down to the mat, you can put a pillow or a block underneath it, but you're always welcome to take a regular child's pose here. The purpose with our embryo's pose is to find that tuck of the chin and that compression of your throat, the compression of your thyroid and your parathyroid gland. And take a moment here to settle in, come back to your breath. You can rock your forehead side to side, massage your third eye into the earth. Feel the back of your neck opening. Take a full breath in, filling up the back of the lungs, all the way into the back of the neck. And then exhale, relax, melt everything down. Guide your palms up your shoulders. Make your way to a tabletop position on your hands and knees. So you're gonna stack your shoulders over your wrists, stack your hips over your knees. You're always welcome to tuck the toes under or to keep them untucked. Lift your navel up and in towards your spine. And on your inhale, come into a cow pose. Lower your belly, tilt your tailbone up, press your heart forward, open up the throat a little bit. So you're not cranking the neck back. Keep the sides of the neck long, but just tilt the chin up a little bit for today. Then look up with your eyes. Breathe in. Exhale, round the spine, tilt the tailbone down, tuck your chin to your chest and compress the throat. Again, inhale for cow. Feel the front of the body opening, and then exhale for cat. Feel the back of the body opening. One more like that, breathe in. And breathe out. Come back to your cow pose, lower the belly, tilt the tailbone up. From here, we're gonna take it into knees, chest, and chin. So keep your tailbone lifted, shift forward, and then keep your upper arms in as you lower your heart and your chin to the mat. The throat stays open. The weight is in your palms, so you should be able to press back up and lower down, okay? We're not dumping the weight in the neck. Breathe in and look forward. On your exhale, slide to your belly. Press into the palms a little bit. Lift your heart for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale. Exhale, release your forehead to your mat. Inhale to lift up. And then press into your palms, slide all the way back to your child's pose. Take a moment here. If you're just joining, remember you can find the playlist on Spotify by going to the link in my bio if you want some music for today. On your inhale, rise up to tabletop. Lower your belly, come into your cow pose. And then again, shift forward, lower chest and chin to the earth. Slide forward, lift up for Cobra. Exhale, lower down. Feel the back strengthening as you, again, inhale to lift. This time, press into your palms, slide back to child's pose. One more time like that. Inhale, rise up, lower your belly. Exhale, chest and chin. Inhale, slide forward, lift your heart. And lower your forehead down. Inhale to lift up. Press into your palms and press back to child's pose. Breathe in, rock forward, come into cow. This time, tuck your toes under, lift your hips high for downward facing dog. Okay, here, start to just pedal out your feet. Spread your fingers really wide. Sway your hips side to side. When you're ready, you'll settle into stillness. Let your head hang and relax the neck. Breathe in. Breathe out, belly in. Find that nice long spine. So you can always bend the knees a little bit if you need to. Now look forward, bend your knees, and then walk your feet behind your wrists. Come to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the elbows and slide your pinky fingers in opposite elbow creases. Let everything hang super heavy and sway side to side. Shake your head out, yes and no. Again, allowing the neck to relax. And then release your hands down. Take a halfway lift, slide your fingertips up your shins so you have a nice flat back. And then dive forward and fold. Stand all the way up, sweep your arms high. Bring the palms together to touch. You're gonna bend your elbows, so you're gonna keep the upper arms in. And then lift up and back, open up the throat just slightly. Keep the sides of your neck long, press the hips forward. Feel the heart opening up. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive forward and fold. Find your halfway lift, flat back. Plant your palms, step back to your plank position. Shift forward on your breath in. Tap your knees down, lower your chest and chin. Roll forward. This time, come to upward facing dog. So press into your palms, lift your thighs, lift your heart. And then use your abs to lift your hips, downward facing dog. And then hold it in your down dog for a few breaths. Really settle in. And one more reminder, if you're just joining us, you can find the playlist on Spotify. Okay, so in your down dog, really press through your palms and use the strength of your ab muscles to lift so you get lighter on your hands. Continue to let your head hang heavy so the neck can relax. Inhale, lift your heels high, look forward, bend your knees a lot, and then you can step, you can take a light hop, float to the top of your mat, find your halfway lift, exhale, fold forward. With your flat back, rise to stand, palms touch, bend your elbows, and then open up your heart, open up the throat a little bit. Inhale to reach up, belly in and dive forward with your flat back. Lift halfway, plant the palms, step back to plank. Breathe in, shift forward, knees down, butt in the air, chest and chin to the earth. Slide forward so you can keep the hips down for cobra or lift everything up, upward facing dog. Abs in, use the belly to lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. And out. Go ahead, bring your big toes together to touch. Lift your right leg high. You can take a couple little circles, bend the knees, stack the hips, circle out the knee and the hip joint. You can circle the ankle. And when you're ready, you're just gonna stack everything back up. Lift your left heel high as you press into your palms. Breathe in. Exhale, guide your knee in towards your nose. So tuck your chin to your chest, try to tap your knee to your nose. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Again, knee to nose, push into the ground and lightly step your foot between your hands. Tense your fingertips, lower your hips, lift your heart, breathe in. Exhale, straighten your legs, chin to chest, forehead towards your shin. The leg does not have to come all the way straight. Two more like that. Breathe in, lower down, lift the heart. Breathe out, hips up. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come into a little lunge. Step your left foot up just enough so the back heel spins flat. The left toes point towards the top left edge of the mat. Reach your arms up for warrior one. Okay, so you can come out of that leg a little bit. Scoop the lower belly in and then square the hips forward. Reach your arms up and then bend into that knee a little bit. So the back heel stays flat. You should feel the left calf muscles lengthening out. You should feel also the front of the left hip lengthening out. Breathe in here. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So spread the fingers wide, Keep the legs the same, twist through the upper body. If you've been practicing with me all week, everything we've been doing is continuing to build and lead us up to this point. Okay, hips are open, inhale to center. Exhale, twist, spine should be open, the heart's a little bit more open. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Now look forward, guide your right hand to the back of your left thigh and then sweep your left arm up and back. Think about lifting through your sternum and then lift the chin a little bit, not a lot. Okay, keep that length in the neck as you look up. Breathe in and out. Lunge a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Frame your right foot and straighten your right leg as much as you can while keeping the hands on the ground. Coming into our full pyramid pose. Fold over the right leg. If you want more, you can always flex the right toes back towards the shin. Okay, if the hamstrings are tight, just keep a little bend in that knee. It doesn't have to be straight. If you want even more, walk the hands to the outside of the right foot. Keep tapping that right hip back. Inhale back to center. Frame your foot. And then pick up your back leg for standing split. So you can keep the chest kind of lifted. Or if you're more open, you can start to fold over the right leg. You stay active through the left leg. Hips are square to the ground. So you're feeling the back of the right leg lengthening, the back of the left leg and glute muscles strengthening. Take one more breath in. And then bring your big toes to touch at the top of your mat. Keep a little space in your heels. Sit your hips down, arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Belly in, sit the way back in your heels, maybe lift the toes. Breathe in here. Airplane your arms and sweep them back. Interlace your fingers, bring the heels of your palms together. Keep a little bend in your elbows. And maybe play floating your heels. You don't have to. If you do, maybe lower the hips in line with your knees. Lower your heart. Breathe in. Fingertips to the ground, heels up. Find a toe squat. Press into your fingertips and round your spine. Feel your upper back stretching and expanding. Good. And take a few deep breaths here. So breathing into those muscles in the upper back and the shoulders and the neck. And then come to a forward fold. Take a halfway lift. Plant the palms and step back to your plank position. Option to lift the right leg. Shift forward. If the right leg's lifted, you're only going to tap the left knee down. Otherwise, you're tapping both knees down. Lower chest and chin to the earth. That right leg can lift. Feel the glute strengthening. Maybe you play with bending the left knee and touching the left toes to the right thigh. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take 3 full breaths here. Feel the side bodies lengthening out, opening up. Inhale your left leg high. Bend the left knee and then stack your hips. Circle the left knee and the ankle around. And then straighten the left leg high. Breathe in, press into the earth. Exhale, knee to nose, find your tiger pose. Inhale, left leg high. And lightly step your foot between your hands. Take a breath in here, lower your hips, lift your heart. Feel those right hip flexor muscles opening up. And then exhale, straighten your left leg, fold over the left thigh. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, breathe in. And out. Inhale to lunge. Step your right foot up a little bit, spin the right heel down, rise up to warrior 1. So square the hips forward, lift your lower belly in, maybe play with picking up your toes. And breathe. Inhale here. Lower body stays the same. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Reach through your fingertips. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here, look forward. Left hand to the right hamstrings. Reach your right arm up and back. Just lift the chin slightly, gaze up. Keep pressing the back of your right thigh into your left hand. If you feel wobbly, you can always look down. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill the hands to frame your left foot. Feet stay the same, just straighten out your left leg. You can lift your heart a little bit, square your left hip back, and then fold over your thigh. Belly in, making little adjustments. Maybe walk the hands to the outside of the left leg. And you want to feel not only the back of the leg, but the outer hip opening up as well. And on your next breath in, you're going to take it to standing split. So walk the hands forward, pick up your back leg. Again, your heart can stay lifted. You're not opening the hip. We're keeping the hips closed off towards the earth. Feeling the back of the right leg strengthening to lift. Feel the back of the left leg lengthening. And then if you want more, you can fold over your left thigh. And breathe. Inhale. Forward fold, bring your big toes to touch. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, breathe in, arms up. Airplane your arms, sweep them back. Interlace the fingers, do the opposite grip, opposite thumb on top this time. And then stay there, sit low, or pick up your heels. Chin to chest, look down. Squat a little lower. Breathe in. And hands down, tuck the fingertips. Toe squat. Heels are lifted if they weren't already. Push into the ground, round your upper back, and breathe. You can take open mouth exhales if your heart's beating fast. Now you'll stay here for a couple more breaths. If you have arm balances in your practice and you want to play with your crow, palms down, spread the fingers wide, knees onto your triceps, look forward, push into the earth, and then maybe you lift one foot, maybe you lift the other foot. And breathing here. Feeling the upper back lifting, feeling the belly lifting. Set the feet down, step back. If you lifted one leg last time, you'll hover your left foot, shift forward, tap your right knee or both knees down, lower chest and chin, lift that left leg high. So you're bending your right knee and touching your right toes to your left thigh. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Belly in as you lift your hips, downward dog. Now we're gonna take that breath to movement one time. Let's take a full breath in here and out. Lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Pause here, breathe and lift your heart. Exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, lunge, step your back foot up, and then rise on up to warrior one. Inhale here. Just one time, open arm twist to the right. Right hand to left thigh, sweep up and back to exalt. Exhale, windmill your hands to frame your right foot. Straighten your right leg, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knee and look forward. Standing split, left leg lifts. Uttanasana, forward fold, big toes touch. Inhale, right to chair. Airplane your arms, bind, maybe the heels lift. Breathe in. Go right into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Back to plank. Option to lift your right foot. Breathe in, shift forward. Tap one or both knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Tiger pose, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. And step your foot forward. Pause for a breath in, lower your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale to lunge, step your back foot up. Rise up, warrior one. Breathe in here. Exhale, revolve. Look forward, exalt, inhale. Frame your foot on your exhale. Pyramid, breathe in. Exhale to lunge. Standing split, inhale, right leg lifts. Forward fold. Chair pose, inhale. Airplane your arms, maybe you bind. Breathe into lift. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Keep both feet down or lift your left leg. Knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to lift. Exhale, downward dog. Take a big full breath in. And out. Shift forward to a plank position. Lower all the way down to your belly. And then prop yourself up onto your forearms and come to a Sphinx pose. Press into your forearms and use that isometric pressure to draw the shoulders back, lengthen across the collarbones, and lift the belly in. Lower your chin to your chest. And take a couple little neck rolls here. Roll your right ear to right shoulder. Roll the chin back down and then roll left ear to left shoulder. So we're not doing full circles. We're not circling back. That's not good for your neck. We're just doing little side to side circles. Stay active in the belly, active in the arms. Taking a few more breaths here. So again, if you joined us a little bit late, we are working on the throat chakra, and it's the first of our upper ethereal chakras. So this really helps us to connect with the elements of space and a little bit more of a spiritual connection than our lower, more earthly material chakras. So we're just going to continue to draw the energy up towards the crown of the head. Take two more of those little neck rolls. And then you're going to come back to center, lift the head, tuck the toes under, lift the thighs, and then lift your hips. Come into a forearm plank. From here, walk the toes towards the elbows. Come into your dolphin. And this can be really challenging, especially if you've never done it before. So be kind to yourself, honor your body. See if you can push into the ground, let your head hang, and just hold this for a couple breaths. If it becomes too much, just come to your embryo's pose like we began in. Try to use your belly to lift up. So if I'm just kind of letting everything sink towards the ground, I'm gonna get heavy. If I really push and lift, I'm gonna get lighter. One more breath in. Tap your knees down, sit your hips back, embryo's pose, arms back alongside your body, forehead to the earth. Take a giant breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. You can stay there as long as you'd like. When you're ready to rejoin, we're going to meet back in a downward dog. and just add on to everything that we've been doing. In your down dog, lift your right leg high. Feel your glutes lifting that heel. Breathe in. Knee to nose on your breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Low lunge, lightly step your foot forward. Just one time, straighten out the right leg. And then come into a lunge. This time we're gonna rise up into a crescent lunge. So that back heel's lifted high. Rise on up. Take some time here to find your stability. Your gaze is on one point that's down and in front of you. I always say about 5 or 6 feet. From here, we're gonna eagle the left arm under the right. So you're wrapping the left arm under the right. You can wrap palms or grab opposite shoulders. Okay, lift your navel in. Take a little breath in, just lift the fingertips up and back. Find a little back bend here like we've been practicing. And then start to hinge at your hips. Shift the weight into your right foot and then float your back leg for warrior 3. Push into your right foot, lift through the back body. And then you're gonna start to rise up. You can always tap the left toes down to find your balance and then guide your left thigh into your chest. Flex the foot, belly in. And when you're ready, you're gonna cross left thigh over the right, come into your eagle pose. So you can tap the left toes to the ground to create a little kickstand. Sit low in the right leg, so most of the weight is in the heel. If you want more, you can dangle the left foot or wrap it around the right calf. Try to square the hips back off, so hug that left hip back. Compress the lower body, and then lift the upper body. Neck is straight and long. Breathe in here. Stay or start to round your spine. Tap your elbows towards your left knee and bring your chin to your chest. And breathe. Lift through the back body, belly in. Feel with your breath that tickle in the back of your throat. Lift the heart, unwind, single leg Tadasana. Bring your big toes to touch and come back to that toe squat like we've been practicing. So fingertips down, heels up high. Feel that stretch in the bottoms of your feet, that release in the bottom of the right foot. Roll the chin down. Breathe in, forward fold. Take a halfway lift. Step back to plank. Shift forward and chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Going through that on the other side. Lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Step your foot between your hands. Straighten out the leg. And then lunge. Look forward, back heels lifted high. Rise on up to your crescent lunge. Okay, find a slight scoop of the lower belly. You can bend that back knee. Hips are square. You want to feel the front of the right hip opening up. Breathe in. And then eagle your right arm under your left. So again, you can wrap the palms or grab opposite shoulders. Try to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders, regardless of the variation you have. And then push them forward so you feel the rear delts opening. Inhale to lift the fingertips up and back. And then start to hinge at your hips. Draw your shoulder blades together. Hug the arms into your chest. Drag that back foot in. And then lift for warrior 3 with your eagle arms. Lift through your inner right thigh. And then you're going to start to guide that right leg forward. You can tap the toes down. And then hug the knee into the chest, belly in. Cross your right leg over your left. You can first use those toes as a kickstand as you sit back and down like in our chair. And then you're welcome to lift the toes or wrap them. Square your hips back up. Keep lifting through your left fingertips. Sit low in the hips, belly in. Stay here on your next exhale. Find that little eagle crunch. Press up through your upper back. Draw your navel in. Stay really active. Slowly rise up, unwind, single leg Tadasana. Bring your big toes to touch and come into your toe squat. So from our toe squat this time, we're gonna take it into what I like to call toe torture, because it sounds more fun than fire toes. You're gonna tap your knees down and sit your hips back on your heels. So your toes are tucked under you. Okay, I'm gonna face you guys. If you never do fire toes or toe torture, it might feel really intense. So I'm gonna encourage you to stick with it, okay? Even if it feels uncomfortable, as long as it's not like a sharp pain, you should be good. Also be mindful of your knees. If you need to rest at any point, you can just untuck them and sit back on your heels, a block or a pillow. We're gonna do some neck opening. So you're gonna extend your right arm out to the side. So I'm gonna mirror you guys. I think that makes sense. I don't know. Right arm out to the side. And then you're gonna reach your left fingertips down towards the floor. You're slowly gonna lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. You're gonna start to feel that opening through the left side of your neck. Okay, now play with tilting your chin up a little bit, tilting your chin down a little bit, and see where you feel the most sensation. Okay, wherever it feels the most intense, just hold it there, breathe. Now, slowly lift your head to center, lower your right arm, lift your left arm, and then lower left ear to left shoulder. Feel the right side of your neck opening, tilt the chin up, tilt it down, find the tightest spot, and then you're gonna hold it there. Keep reaching through your fingertips, keep your breath strong. And if those toes are burning, that's okay, it's normal. How often do we stretch the bottoms of our feet? Not enough, considering how much they do for our body. Lift your head up to center. Interlace the fingers behind your lower back, puff up the heart, breathe in. Release your hands down. You're gonna untuck your toes. Woo, paddle at your feet. So if that was super intense for you, I recommend doing that every day. We should all be doing that every day. So take a moment here. If it's okay on your knees, you'll sit your hips back on your heels. If not, sit on a pillow or just take a child's pose. So if your knees are healthy and this feels okay, you can stay here. Or for a counter stretch, lean back into your fingertips. Start to lift the shins and feel a stretch through the fronts of the ankles, through the shins. Lower belly's lifting in. And when you're ready, you're gonna lower the shins down, come up to your hands and knees, step back to a plank, and then downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high, and sweep your right shin forward for your pigeon. So take the knee out nice and wide, Square your hips off, straighten your left leg behind you, lift your heart, and then fold over your right thigh. If you have sensitive knees, if this is uncomfortable or painful at all, sit off onto your right hip, bend your left knee and find a funky pigeon here. So you can lower to the right arm, extend your left arm straight, and that should help you to feel that stretch through the outer right hip while protecting your knee so that you're not feeling any pain there. You can also do your supine figure 4 if that's more comfortable, laying on your back and doing your figure 4 that way. Okay, so just feel the hips opening. See if you can slow down the breath and really focus on that sensation through the throat. Slowly inhale and rise up to your hands. Sit onto your right hip and sweep your left leg around. Straighten your left leg towards the top left edge of your mat for Shavasana. Sit up tall, extend the arms forward, breathe in. And then hinge at the hip, so you're not rounding the back. Try to keep the back straight, hinge. You can bring a bend into the left knee. Grab a hold of your foot. So you might have to bend your knee a lot to do that. That's okay. I prefer you to have that belly to thigh connection so that you get that release in your lower back. Lengthen the spine. And then fold over your left leg. Maybe you relax the forearms down. We're just here for a couple more breaths. One more. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your arms up overhead. And then twist to the right. So tuck the right fingertips behind you. Take your left hand to your outer right thigh. Sit up really tall. Inhale. And then draw your belly in. Exhale, twist. Stay with your breath. Long spine. Right palm down, rise onto your right shin. Sweep your left arm up and overhead. Get that big side stretch. Open up the heart. You can let the chin and throat open up. You can take some arm circles. And then take a seat. Bend your left knee so the shin comes across the top of the mat. Sweep your right leg back and come to your pigeon, your funky pigeon, or your supine figure 4 on the left side. You need to go back to down dog first. You can always do that. And on your own time, when you're ready, square everything forward, find that long spine, and eventually you'll hinge at the hips and fold. Let your forehead rest down on your hands, your mat, the pillow. And breathe. Keep your Ujjayi breath. Okay, and as you inhale, fill up the upper back. And as you exhale, feel that sensation, that vibration in the back of the throat. And see if you can slow down your breath. So inhaling for 4 or 5. Ujjayi, exhale for 4 or 5. Come on up to your hands. Sit your hips off to the left, sweep your right leg around. Point your right heel towards the top right edge of your mat. Sit up tall, extend your arms forward, lengthen through your lower back. So you find a little bit of an anterior pelvic tilt. Hinge at your hips, belly on your thigh, and then catch a hold of your foot. Chin down, lengthen the neck, and then fold over your right leg. You can stay or relax the forearms down. With each breath in, finding length. With each breath out, a little bit more depth. Inhale to rise up, arms high. Exhale, twist to the left. Sit up really tall, breathe in. Lift your navel in as you twist. Plant the left palm behind you, rise onto your left shin. Lift your hips, reach your right arm up and over. Find that big side and chest stretch. You can circle the right arm back and around. Reach back, and then take a seat. Plant the palms behind you, bend your knees, and place your feet on your mat. Press into your palms and your feet to lift your hips up. Come into a reverse tabletop position. Okay, option one is to stay here. If you have tight shoulders, it might feel a little intense. Option two is to make it a little bit more challenging. Straighten the legs. Keep lifting your hips. And then if you have a healthy neck, you can open up the throat, take the chin back, look back behind you. Try to keep pressing down through your palms, lengthening through the sides of your neck, strengthening through your lower belly. One more breath in. And lower the hips down, lift the chin. Place the feet on the earth, sit up tall. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round your spine, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Scoot your heels towards your booty. One more back bend, this time chin to chest. Feel the back of the neck lengthen as you lift your hips up. Maybe you make little robot arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press through the feet and lift through your inner thighs. If you have a full wheel in your practice, I'm not going to go through it with you guys today, but if you have a full wheel in your practice, you're welcome to go there. Take about 4 more breaths here. Feel the back body strengthening. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lower belly in, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a little squeeze and rock side to side. And take a happy baby, reach for the feet, ankles or calves. Make sure your head, shoulders in the lowest part of your back are on the earth. And maybe take some little rocks side to side. If you have a plow or shoulder stand in your practice, you're welcome to take it there. Again, it's a more advanced posture, so since I'm not with you and I can't see you, I'm not going to go through that on Instagram Live, but if it's already part of your practice, you're welcome to go there. Otherwise, when you're ready, knees into your chest, chin to chest, breathe in. And then release to your Shavasana. Lengthen your legs down the mat, turn your palms to face up and allow yourself a few moments to settle into stillness. Feel the back of your neck lengthen. We're going to do one more of those fluttering exhales. So take a big full breath in. On your exhale, flutter your lips and go. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Take a breath in. And then just open mouth exhale. Relax your jaw, relax your brow. Relax all of the muscles in your body. Bring your awareness back to your throat, your neck, your jaw, and your mouth. Feel the energy encompassing that entire space. And I'll offer you the mantra. I speak my authentic truth with confidence, clarity, and compassion. I speak my authentic truth with confidence, clarity, and compassion. I speak my authentic truth with confidence, clarity, and compassion. Repeat that as many times as you like until you're ready to let go and surrender. You guys are welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. If you're ready to begin to come out of it, you can start to deepen your breath. Touch the tip of each finger to your thumb. Rock your head gently side to side. Feel your toes. And then take a big full body stretch. Reach your arms above your head. You can take a big breath in with that. And then hug your knees into your chest. Roll on over to your right side. Hi, Nicole. When you're ready, you'll press on up to a seat. Sitting up. Eyes closed, taking your palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment here, last time, just tapping into that energy at your throat. Recognizing how important it is for all of us to be speaking our truth, to be standing up for those people that need it, for those things that we believe in. And just making a promise to yourself that you'll continue to honor your truth as you go through the rest of your day, your week, your month, your year, so on and so forth. And now this is the first time I'm going to do this on live. We're going to Om all together. So feel free to join me. The perfect time to try to Om for the first time is alone in your own home, right? So we're going to take a big breath in and out, and then inhale to Om. So inhale all together, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale for Om. Om. Feel your thumbs to your third eye. Bowing forward with love, light, and gratitude from my heart to yours. Namaste.